Deadpool versus Deathstroke. It's a fight that's been around for as long as Deadpool himself has been around, considering that Deadpool is meant to be a direct parody of Deathstroke. I mean, Slade Wilson and Wade Wilson, it's not really subtle. But let's put the debate to bed once and for all. Who's gonna win here? And really, is this fight even gonna be close? Let's get into it. But if you think that Deadpool takes it, well, hit the subscribe button. If you disagree, if you think Deathstroke wins, well, turn on that notification bell. Now let's get it. After serving in the military, Wade Wilson became a mercenary, fell in love. Everything was looking up and going great. Until it wasn't. Diagnosed with terminal cancer all over his body, Wade had nowhere to turn, volunteering to become a test subject for Weapon X, a secret government project designed to give people superpowers and work for the military. Wilson wasn't just promised a cure for his cancer, but the chance to actually become a superhero. However, the experiments he faced were cruel and sadistic, and while he did gain superpowers and healing factor that made him unkillable, it also broke him. Becoming Deadpool, well, he struck out to become a mercenary again, living a life filled with bloodshed, moral ambiguity, and a whole lot of jokes. Being superhuman, Deadpool has shown off superhuman strength over the years. Maybe not on the level of a super soldier like Captain America, but he can definitely overpower normal people, damage and destroy metal, and hold his own against some of the stronger street level characters in Marvel. He's probably maxing out at around this feat of being able to overpower a helicopter, but that's still very impressive. But better than strength, Deadpool is stupid, fast, and agile. My man is very fast, and regularly able to dodge and evade bullets and gunfire like it's nothing. He's even been able to cut bullets in half as they were coming towards him, or dodge bullets and lasers at point blank range. And again, all of this is just a regular thing for Deadpool. He's constantly doing it. But obviously where Deadpool is at his best is with his durability and his healing factor. Now it's kinda hard to say if Deadpool actually has superhuman durability. Basically any attack that's gonna injure you will probably injure him to some degree. But it legit doesn't matter because his healing factor is one of the best in comics, and he can pretty much instantly heal from any attack that comes his way. He's able to regenerate missing limbs or organs or any part of his body. And I don't really have to go into any specific examples because they're just too many to count. This is what Deadpool does. He's able to even heal himself from what looks like just a puddle on the ground. He can reattach his body parts, even his head, all in order to keep on going and keep on fighting. And Deadpool has regularly been able to come back from death itself. Attacks that definitely should have killed him. Well, they just don't. He'll heal from it and heal from it again and again and again. He's basically unstoppable. It really just comes down to not a matter of if Deadpool is going to recover from the attack, but just how long it's going to take him to heal and recover from the attack. And lucky for Deadpool, he's not just a sitting duck out there ready to take any attack, but he's also one of the best fighters and most skilled killers in the Marvel Universe. His fighting style is unlike any other, as he's really relying on his healing factor and his insanity. This makes him completely unpredictable in a fight. You never know what he's gonna do next, because Deadpool never knows what he's gonna do next. And he'll actually put himself in harm's way and take an attack, because one, he knows he can take it, and two, because it'll put him in a better position to counterattack and kill his opponent. He's a test for even the best fighters in Marvel. And that's not even mentioning the absolutely insane arsenal that Deadpool is constantly carrying with him. He's got his katanas, a whole assortment of guns, every type of explosive you can imagine, and he's one of the world's deadliest killers, all of which makes him one of the most dangerous fighters in Marvel. Slade Wilson was an exceptional soldier for the US Army. was recruited to join Team 7, an elite task force designed to deal with superhuman threats. However, on one mission, Slade was critically injured, and in a desperate attempt to save his life, he was given an emergency procedure that turned him into a super soldier, giving him superhuman strength, durability, speed, and regeneration. With all this newfound power, Slade decided to become the world's greatest mercenary, Deathstroke the Terminator. Deathstroke is in a lot of ways DC's Captain America, just instead of the world's greatest soldier, he's the world's greatest assassin. But what I mean is that he's the ultimate super soldier, and he's incredibly strong. He's stronger than Batman, he's regularly able to overpower tons of people at once, and he can easily warp metal and throw around things that weigh up to several tons. Deathstroke is seriously strong, to the point where he's even been able to surprise and injure some serious superhumans. Like he's made both Lobo and the Chinese Superman bleed with his attacks. Now, take that with a grain of salt, it's definitely the extreme upper limits of Deathstroke's strength, but he's done it enough times where it's worth mentioning. He's also very, very fast and agile, easily able to dodge gunfire, dodge point-blank bullets, actually block bullets or cut them out of the air, or even sidestep and dodge bullets from some of the world's best marksmen, including Deadshot. And it doesn't just stop there. Deathstroke has actually made it fairly routine for him to be able to tag super speedsters, even members of the Flash family. He's basically impossible to hit, and he's for sure going to be able to hit you. Finally, Deathstroke is very, very tough, and he wears a Prometheum armor that only increases his durability. He's able to virtually ignore a lot of the attacks that come his way, even some seriously powerful attacks from some seriously powerful opponents. He's easily withstood gunfire and explosions or missiles. The man is nearly impossible to put down. And it doesn't hurt that he's got a nice healing factor too. He can heal from a lot of attacks, although not to the same extent as like Wolverine or Deadpool, and he's got otherworldly endurance, able to just keep on fighting and keep on going no matter what. Then lastly, well, Deathstroke is easily one of the best and most skilled fighters in all of DC. He's regularly proven that he's more than a match for the likes of Batman, Nightwing, Ra's al Ghul, Bronze Tiger, Green Arrow, some of the best fighters in DC. He's more than a match for whole superhero teams, regularly taking on the Teen Titans and even the Justice League before. And he's an incredibly lethal fighter who is more than willing to kill anyone who gets in his way. And that's only helped by all the incredible gear that he brings into fights. I mean, besides the typical weapons, guns, knives, explosives, he's also got his Prometheum sword, which is sharp enough to cut through metal and damage superhumans, or his titanium energy bow staff, which can blow up pretty much anything in its path, and again, regularly hurt superhumans. End of the day, there's a reason why Deathstroke is the best there is, and why every superhero and supervillain either respects him or fears him. So who wins here? Who's going to come out on top? Well, just across the board here, Deathstroke is better in a lot of different areas. I mean, for starters, he's undeniably stronger. Deadpool has some level of superhuman strength, but it's nothing compared to Slade. Deathstroke is pretty much dang near equal to Captain America. We've seen time and time again that Cap is stronger than Deadpool. Should be the same thing here. And again, Deathstroke is faster than Deadpool. Not saying that Deadpool isn't fast, and this is closer than strength, but we've seen that other heroes are able to outreact and get the better of Deadpool. And with Deathstroke being able to tag Kid Flash on several different occasions, it's not a leap to say that he's faster than Deadpool too. Deathstroke's also the much smarter and more intelligent one in the fight, No question about that one. Deadpool's unpredictability and sheer insanity is an asset for him, but at best, it's just gonna annoy Deathstroke. And while Deathstroke isn't necessarily gonna outthink Deadpool, because Deadpool doesn't spend a lot of time thinking, Deathstroke doesn't have to outthink him to get one up on him. I mean, it's been said that Deathstroke is one of the smartest men in DC, and he's Batman's equal, if not Batman's better, in terms of strategy, resourcefulness, and prep work. And it's that same mind that's allowed him to one-up and outsmart Batman. He's gotten one over on Superman, and Superman has even come to him, not Bruce, when he's needed a tactician before. Deathstroke's also definitely the better and more skilled fighter compared with Deadpool. I mean, this really is no contest here. Deathstroke is one of the best fighters in all of DC, and he's regularly been able to hold his own or beat the likes of Batman, Nightwing, Green Arrow, Black Canary, and plenty of other expert martial artists. Deadpool is a really good fighter, but throw him into a match with any of the best fighters in Marvel, and it doesn't go in his favor. Deadpool can hold his own, and he's definitely keeping people on their toes with his insanity, but Captain America is more skilled. Black Panther is more skilled. Daredevil is more skilled. Heck, Punisher and Hawkeye have gotten ones over on him. It's not going to be pretty if he tries to go toe-to-toe with Slade Wilson in terms of skill. But all of this is potentially countered by just Deadpool's healing factor. The man is literally impossible to put down, and anything that Deathstroke throws at him, well, Deadpool is gonna heal from it. And that's not even a question, that's just a fact. Deadpool has taken a whole lot worse than what Deathstroke has in his arsenal, and he's always come back from it. His healing factor is pretty much unmatched, and if it turns into a war of attrition, well, Deathstroke literally can't win. Deadpool is always gonna outlast him, and he's always gonna be the last man standing. But two things to that. One, Deathstroke has some pretty remarkable endurance himself. He's got a smaller healing factor too, and all of that has allowed him to fight for hours or even days against some really skilled fighters, even alternate versions of himself. And two, Deathstroke doesn't have to literally kill Deadpool in order to beat him. Because yeah, Deadpool will always come back with his healing factor, but sometimes it takes a lot of time to do that. And in that time, well, Deathstroke can completely take Deadpool out of commission. Like Punisher, it's actually beaten Deadpool several times in fights, whether in the mainstream 616 or Elseworld stories. And each time, after exhausting his healing factor, the Punisher has some time to try and figure out some way to stop Deadpool from coming back. Sure, over time, Deadpool will heal. But I don't know, chopping Deadpool up into a bunch of tiny pieces, then putting them in adamantium containers, that sounds like a pretty convincing victory right there. It might take a while. Deadpool's healing factor is definitely a pain, but Deathstroke has pretty much every single advantage in this fight. And I just don't see him really losing here. Deathstroke wins, and it's not even close. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're going to see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.